Hey, this is Kristin Shaw, and today I'm in Hawaii talking to Sheldon Brown, the chief engineer of the new Toyota Tacoma. I am so excited about the Trailhunter trim. So let's start with why. Why did Toyota decide to do this new Trailhunter trim, and who's it for?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because there's been a lot of questions about what is this new Trailhunter all about. And honestly, Trailhunter is kind of our second sort of halo vehicle, if you will. Began with TRD Pro, as you know, and that's been more of our sort of adrenaline-fueled, go fast, run in the desert type of truck. But what we were finding was customers were using it as sort of a multi-purpose tool. They wanted to do other things like rock crawling and overlanding in particular. And so as we continued to think about how we wanted to evolve the Pro, we recognized if we wanted to make something that was a go fast adrenaline fueled truck, something that was heavily laden and more tactical and comfort built, they sort of were conflicting. So we decided, okay, we think that there's this other side of our customers' sort of demand, and that's that sort of overlanding experience. And that was the sort of the genesis of Trailhunter. And this one is designed to carry a little bit more heavily laden, and the suspension is tuned for that. And we've got a lot of Under Armour and a bunch of other elements that make sure that we're protecting those vital components as you go off into those remote places.
One thing you told me earlier is that what's new for the Tacoma are all these factory accessories, factory available accessories. I keep saying successories.
Successories.
You know what? I like it.
I love that. Successories is actually, it's funny you say that, because that's actually what we talk about internally. Honestly, what we wanted to do was make the experience as easy as possible for our customers. So a lot of folks, when they start off, especially if they're new to overlanding, the first thing they want to do is they get a truck and maybe a deck rack and maybe a rooftop tent. And while that's great, and it's a great way to experience it, honestly, really, the best way is, of course, build that truck from the foundation up. So suspensions and geometry and for the chassis component parts, it can be complicated, and for some folks it's a little bit overwhelming. And so what we thought we could do better as a service to the customers is to sort of do the heavy lifting for them. So we take care of that first, and then the truck is built, as you suggested, so that people can customize it as they wish. So there's, of course, the stuff that comes directly from the factory, like the rock sliders that you'll see there, but then there's also a whole host of catalog component parts that you can purchase that are designed with the use environment that we've been sort of thinking about in that kind of customer scene. So overall, you know, the idea is it's kind of the easy button for our customer.
Right, and I like that if you decide that you want to buy it a certain way and build it up the way you want it, you can roll that right into your payment.
Exactly.
That is really smart.
Access, affordability, and convenience.
I like it. I want to take a closer look at the suspension.
Okay.
Because like you said, people want to carry heavy things, whether it's gear or put themselves up on a tent on top.
100%.
The suspension is key, and it's very different from the TRD Pro.
It surely is. Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were talking a little bit about suspension. One of the unique things about Trailhunter is we went out and partnered with several different companies who we thought had authentic and very credible components that are already in market. And we thought that if we worked together, we could provide, I'll say, the best of both worlds, the best of aftermarket with, of course, all of the OE standards that we developed to. And that starts over here with the ARB Old Man Emu suspension. So that's Fox we have on Pro. We have multi-stage here, 3 compression, 2 jounts. What this allows us to do is give good on-road performance, but then also give additional damping characteristics when we're off-road and we're in those sort of more, I'll say, remote locations. Help us manage the load, especially when this vehicle is fully laden. And you can kind of see here, as we look through, we've got a couple of items. Down here, we've got a fuel tank protector. You can see down there, underneath the diff, we have a diff protector, a mid-body skid plate, as well as a front dash plate. And then, of course, rock sliders right to the frame, half GVW. So this makes sure that the vehicle, all the vital parts are protected when you're out in that remote location. Because it's really important not just to get there, but you got to get back home.
Yes, indeed. You know, so is there anything this truck can't do?
Well, go underwater. No, but honestly,
not yet.
Not yet. That's right. What we've really tried to do, though, is make this, you know, Toyota is known for its QDR, and that was the foundation for this truck, and making sure that anything that we put on this truck was built with that in mind first and foremost. And then of course we put it through all the torture testing that we always do. But quite a bit comes along with it. This does, and it's actually featured here with the stabby disconnect. So the front stabilizer bar will disconnect, allowing for about 10% more travel in the front, and you actually get to utilize 15% more of the suspension stroke in the rear in this sort of off camber position.
I was going to say, as shown, everything is standard except for the roof rack.
That's right, the roof rack is an option, but it's available directly from the factory. So we have this right now, which is our sport rack. Good part about this is it's actually convertible, so you can remove this component part, pick up the rear part, and then make this a full extended deck rack. Behind you, we have our rear steel bumper, in case you drag the bumper. It's there to make sure that any of those bumps and bruises along the trail don't bust any of your plastic. So
yeah, that would give me a whole lot of peace of mind. Yeah. Okay, so this is it, the brand new, all new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter. Sheldon Brown, you are the man. Thanks for giving us the overview.
Hey, thanks for coming out today. We're glad we could be here in Hawaii and celebrate the great new truck.
Heck yeah.